Begin live.
Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Happy
Hello.
New Year in advance to all Pan-African Daily TV fans joining us from all the platforms tonight. Today is a special day. As I said, we are gradually creeping into the 2021 date. And yes, we are leaving the 2020 behind with all its hassles and all its challenges, but also all its beautiful things that it brought to us this year. I want to welcome all of you that will be joining the stream from all the different platforms that we're streaming from. Um, I think I would not be able to see you from the other platforms, but I would see you from the Pan African Daily TV YouTube channels. But I know that all of you are watching from all the different platforms that we connected tonight just to make this show go viral and to share our opinion, to share our vision 2021 for the Africa that we want. Let me start by greeting Queen Samantha Kandeke, who is joining us from the diaspora. And she's going to be the voice of the diaspora here tonight, as she would be sharing impressions of 2020 and also the great big vision for 2021 for the Africa that we want. I also want to apologize that the images actually, particularly mine, is not really that clear from what I see. I think the connections are really high now. The internet is at high power as people are connecting with their loved ones all over worldwide to celebrate the end of this incredible year. So I do apologize that there would be some, changes as I can see already, but I see a lot of people already joining from the source and asking how the day has been. And yeah, I want to salute all of you, Senior Prince. You're asking what is going on. Of course, we are here today to just creep gradually into 2021, particularly on this same subject, on this platform where we started this year, and particularly also on the vision for the Africa we want that we've been celebrating. Today is a special edition. And we'll be having people call in as usual on our +49 1578 211 578. Oh, okay. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. As I can see from all the platforms that we're streaming, we're almost 500 already. Just signing into this special edition. I want to welcome you. I want to salute all of you. If you're watching from the Africa Festival page, I want to salute you tonight because I know most of this group that are watching from there are the diaspora, particularly in Germany and in the south region of Germany. We have all demographics that are following up on this platform, the International Africa Festival in Tübingen page. But if you're watching from the Pan-African Daily TV Facebook page, I know you're connecting on the continent and in the diaspora as well. The majority would be signing in from East Africa and also from the West Africa region and, a Central South. But if you're watching in also from a Global Village platform, I know most of you are watching me right now from Kenya and South Africa and Zimbabwe. And if you're watching from my own profile page, so I know that you'll be connecting from Europe, around Germany and Spain and Italy. Yes, I guess. But I know there are also some special fans that are joining us for the first time to watch us on the Africa Vintage platform. And the Africa Vintage platform connects and has a lot of followers worldwide, particularly on the continent and in Europe. Now, the group that I know that is watching me right now on the Pan-African Daily TV, from the Caribbeans to the USA, to the Haiti, to the Brazil, are actually watching on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube channel. Yes. And If you're watching from Kenya, you definitely must be watching under the PLO Lumumba Foundation page, which I am very humbled to be a part of that admin. So I know you are collectively signing in from all over to be on this special edition, which I call a very magic series that is going, as we creep away from 2020 with all these beautiful gifts to us, we're working to continue celebrating the Africa we want, celebrating African people worldwide, celebrating African families worldwide, celebrating the continent and its marvelous challenges and magic and opportunities and every beautiful thing. But now I also know that my family on the continent and in the diaspora and in Europe, particularly, are watching me right now. I want to salute all of you for joining this, like I said, magical stream. As you can see, Queen Samantha is just smiling because there's just a lot of beautiful things happening right now. And she herself has a lot of platform. I mean, I know she's been connecting on the Rapid African Plan platform, which she is the boss of that platform. And so, I mean, having queens of Africa, mothers, daughters, women here to end up this year and to open up another chapter, you already know what time it is, right? You know where our positioning is. We know where the change on the continent is leading to in 2021. But of course, I know I've been greeting and saluting you and hovering and pouring all the roses. I cannot give the phone or pass on the line to Queen Samantha without actually acknowledging a lot of people that have contributed in this year's program as we started the Pan-African Daily. And she is one of them, Queen Samantha Kandeke, sitting here with us, the first shows that we all inaugurated. And she's been part of this project up to the end. So like we're starting the year with her and we're ending this year with her. And we are stepping into 2021 with her. So it's so tremendous and very significant that she's sitting right here with me in the studio for us to curate, as I can say, direct this 2 hours beautiful show tonight. You know why? I'm saying 2 hours because I know by midnight, most of you would be in the arms of your lovers and your wives and families and trying to reach out to step into 2021. That's why I stole the show first because I know we are all a family and a big one. So we should first of all celebrate this year before we go to our individual families to celebrate them. Yes, I salute all of you watching. I can see you streaming in. I mean, it's tremendous. And you are all so beautiful, looking so, so marvelous and great as usual. And I'm happy to be celebrating these wonderful steps of our life with you. Queen Samantha, how are you doing?
Oh, Queen Susan, I am fantastic. I am so humbled and honored that you asked me to come on the show today. I'm a big fan of your show. I'm a big fan of you because you're one of the hardest working women in Africa and in the diaspora. You are one of the hardest working women, and I admire the work that you do. I admire what this platform is very, very important to Africa. This is where I cut my teeth, I would say, my African teeth of falling in love with the continent, falling in love with the people, the guests that you have on your show, just you, everything about the energy here is just fantastic. I love it. And so I'm so excited to be here at the end of the year, going into a new year. And we are so grateful to be in this time, in this place. I'm happy to be alive during this time because I see transition happening every day and it's looking very bright for Africa.
Absolutely. You just said one thing. You're happy to be alive at this point in time. What is it that you look back into 2020 and say, I'm happy to be alive at this point in time? I know the thousands of people that are streaming in right now on the different platforms. We're almost 600, 700 watching now. And what is it that made you say, I'm happy, I'm alive at this point in time?
Well, people look at 2020 as with a very negative memories. And of course, we have to take the things seriously. George Floyd being murdered right there on national and international television was a very, startling beginning of this year. And the COVID-19 was very devastating and still very devastating to our communities. And so I don't take that lightly. I don't take that for granted. So yes, there are some things that have been very tragic, but I look at the things that have been just wonderful. It really have been great. And I think about the scripture that says, you know, what the enemy meant for bad, God will turn it around for our good. And I've been seeing, you know, that even though it's called 2020, and we know that 2020 is like perfect vision, it seems like some of our people have waken up and can have better vision. They have a more clear vision of themselves, who they are, and who Africa is. And so because of that, you'll see people who, even myself a year ago, I didn't, you know, have this love and this passion for Africa the way I do now. I'm on fire for Africa right now and her people and the land and the beauty of Africa and the essence of her. And so, so 2020 for me was a year of an awakening. There were people who realized that this sleep that we were in, this rose-colored glasses that we had on was not the truth, you know, and people began to look and seek after truth. And that's what's important, because we can't serve ourselves. We can't be who we are unless we know the truth, because it is the truth that will set us free. So knowing the truth will set you free. And this has been a year that most people, a lot of people have been reading more. They've been watching Pan-African Daily TV. They've been talking to people that they've never talked to. I have so many friends on the continent now, and even in the diaspora, that we have things in common. And it wouldn't have happened if we weren't locked down. You know, the lockdown caused an undercurrent of re-educating us as a people and the people overall. And so that's why I say I'm happy to be alive, because I see things in a different way. I see things as very exciting. I see Africa in a position where she can rebrand herself. She can be who she chooses to be. We're at a critical point right now where Africa can click on the reset button and say, this is all about starting over for us. And we can rebrand who she is. And so I love that. And I see it as something that we all should look upon as this is great. You know, not just look at the negative parts, because we've been through joblessness. We've been through, I know a lot of people lost their jobs. We've been through these things before, and we've gotten through them. And we will get through this as well.
Absolutely. We are going to get through this, definitely. Like you're saying, it has been a really fantastic year, honestly speaking, because exactly from what you said, and our fans that are watching all over, you can all testify or agree to the fact that what we know about ourselves as Africans and our continent, if we flash back into the past years, I mean, we would see that we have grown. We have actually developed, gaining the self-consciousness of who we are as African people and our role and contribution to the world. You know, we have always been insignificant somehow, but I mean, particularly even amongst us. But just this one year that COVID and the pandemic locked us down and shut us down, a lot of truth has been uncovered about who we are. And we have been able to see the potential and the ability of us as a people to change the world and to change Africa for Africans particularly. So I think that's a very unique point. I mean, when we started the Pan-African Daily TV, I want to give a shout out to PLO Lumumba Foundation and Professor PLO Lumumba in particular for the great work that he has been putting out there for the past 30 years, even though some people just got to know him shortly. But most of the attention that was pulled on him actually became, we had to, you know, pull it through this year, the pandemic year, or the year of awakening or wake up for the African people worldwide. Exactly. The same thing like our Queen Mother, Dr. Arikana Shikomborikwa. I bring all of them, I'm breaking greetings from them to you tonight. But in the coming shows, we're going to be talking about Vision 2021. And each of these leaders are going to appear on this platform to give you the New Year speech and the vision that they have for the Africa that we want in the coming days. So watch out for the coming programs that will be following up from today. I mean, we're going to have, alternative programs like we've been talking about. What is it that you want to see in 2021 happen on the continent of Africa? We'll be opening up the lines like we say today. It's an open show. I send the stream link to a couple of people. If you want to join us in studio, you have 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You can click join us in and share your vision for 2021 with us. But tonight, we just want to collectively, as a happy family, as a Black United family, wish ourselves the best for 2021 as we step in majestically to this marvelous year. So yes, Queen Samantha, you've been saying, particularly on this point of we are alive today, because we know a lot of lives that have just also passed away during the pandemic. We actually still sympathize in our heartfelt condolences and pouring out to this bereaved family. Even up till now, people still dying of this COVID. I mean, we just wish that as we step tonight into 2021, they're going to be the COVID-free year.
Yes.
Some people are already saying 2021 should be taken off from the calendar. So we have 2029, 2019, and 2021. What do you think about that, Samantha?
Well, I think that every experience that we go through, we have to learn. You should learn from the things that you went through that were hard or difficult, and you should, learn from things that you went through that were good, a good experience. It all becomes part of our life. And so I think that what I wish for 2021 is that Africa would be unified. Unity is the thing that this year we need to push, strive for. We need to fight for it. We need to cry for it. We need to cry out to our God for it. We need to make sure that it is something that we teach our children. Unity, because a house that's divided cannot stand. We have seen 55 states all having their own issues, but yet we talk about coming together. We dream about it. We sing songs about it, but we haven't done it. We haven't done it yet. And that's the one thing I hope for Africa, that we put ourselves together. It doesn't matter who likes who God is who. That doesn't matter. Put that aside and go for the bigger picture, which is a united Africa is a strong Africa. It's an Africa that's working. It's an Africa that's trading, free trade agreement. We're going to talk about that. It's an Africa that is not just, well, I live in Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm just, and I see this, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. For me, who's just discovering the beauty of the continent, for me to see you guys have these, factions of, oh, I'm from South Africa, I'm from Kenya. It doesn't matter, because when the world came against Africa, they were confederate. They came together. Okay, and said, this is what we're going to do with Africa. Okay, they didn't care if Germany didn't like Russia or Belgium, or none of that mattered. What they decided to do was for the betterment of them. Okay, and so Africa, for her own survival, it's not a matter of, well, should we must come together for your own survival. Because otherwise we will be colonized again. History will repeat itself if we don't act, and we have to act quickly, and we have to act now. So it's time out for all of the petty fighting and factions and everything else. It is time for us to come together to be proactive in promoting Africa as a whole. That's what's going on. That's what I hope for in 2021.
Absolutely. Amazing. Unity is the Vision 2021. The projects how we get united and how we stay focused on these projects are going to unfold with the Vision 2021. One thing that you said that I think it's very, very important is the fact that you said, when the world, starting from slavery to colonization to globalization, every agenda that the world has had uh, for Africa and its people, they have collectively come together, united, to be able to push that agenda. We're still in it today. So, what we have learned in 2020 and we're taking it over to 2021 is that no matter what happens, we're going to stay united.
Yes.
Irrespective of what happens,
Yes.
unity and love is the sense of purpose for every African that has the black blood, the melanated in the gene. We have never been a divided people, whether we are tribalistic or whatever. Those are internal policies that we're going to deal with as time goes on. But we're talking about a collective black people on the continent, Africans, Alkebulans, or whatever you call us. We know who we are. It is time for us to just move majestically into 2021, thanking the Most High for taking us through this year. It's not for any reason. If you made it tonight to the 2021, you have a purpose in life. And this purpose should never be distracted or distorted. Irrespective of what kind of situation and challenges you're going through, we're going to stay focused. Our focus is the Africa we want. Collectively as a people, we're going to break down those walls of division among us. We're going to tear down the self-hate that we have loved and embraced them. We're going to tear down all those walls and barriers that have made us become enemies to our own very selves. We will move ahead and take the bull by the horns, and united, we will stay. We will stay. Nobody is going to take that right of unity from the African people. Nobody is going to take off that right. So I want to thank you collectively. I mean, I see all of us being here to say it is a united Africa agenda, be it on the continent, be it from north, from south to east to west, and its diaspora. Our main goal and purpose and focus has always been how we come together to be one Africa, one currency, one language, one united force, one passport, one flag, which is the Pan-African flag, to push forward the Africa agenda that we want. I know that we'll be having a couple of guests join us tonight, like Queen Samantha is right here, and we are also expecting Al Wahab Farouk from the continent, and he's really going to be telling us or walking us through the free trade continental area, which is currently being or taking place as from the 1st of January 2021. We're talking about a couple of hours to go, right? And so we saw all the countries have been signing apart from Eritrea, which we heard, or we're still smelling all those notes out there that Eritrea is still not putting down its signature to the free trade continental area. But we know that this is going to happen so very soon. It's going to happen so very soon. And yes, we are happy to have us here. Good. All right, Samantha. So what is your wish? Because I'll be getting up the next guest joining us now. I think I have Dr. Abe who wants to join us now and share his new year wishes with us. So one more word from you, Queen.
Well, I just want to say to those who are in the diaspora to rethink Africa. There's been a brainwashing, and I know people get triggered by that word. I don't mean to offend, but I was there too. I was there too. And when I thought about Africa, I thought about poverty, I thought about struggle, I thought about wars, can't get their act together, a lot of corruption there. It just was always very mysterious. So there's a lot of things that conjure up when we hear the word Africa. As a matter of fact, I remember putting something on my Facebook page about that was positive. I said, anybody thinking about, moving? And most of my friends are, college educated, African Americans, who were born in America, never been to Africa. That would be the crust, the typical friend that I have, and family member that I have on Facebook. And so I remember putting a post out there and asking, is anybody thinking about going to Africa? And one guy, he kind of laughed. He was like, for what? And I was really offended by it. I wasn't surprised, because that is a knee-jerk reaction. I love the fact that Ghana had the year of return. I love that they reached out to us to say, hey, we value you, we see you, and we want you to come home. We need that from more continents. I want more states, countries. We need the other countries too to say, hey, we value you. We want you to come home. Take a second look at us. Okay. I think that that's what needs to be done. I think there needs to be, you guys always say in the diaspora, but you have to get their attention as well. Because if you grew up in a place, you don't know what's going on the other side. So I would suggest that you all make an effort to reach out to those in the diaspora. And I would say to those who are in the diaspora, United States, Canada, Jamaica, Haiti, all of these, to look at Africa again. Not everybody needs to get up and move to Africa. I want to move to Africa. I want to be there. And I've already taken my first trip this year. So that's what made it exciting for me as well, to Ghana. And I plan on going again. I want to visit some other countries. And it's exciting. It's exciting to actually see and hear the exciting things that are going on. And as you know, I'm part of I'm the vice president of the Rapid Africa Plan, which is a plan to help modernize Africa. I'm excited about what we're doing, and the vision that's there of a united Africa where there are jobs, where there are businesses, where we're putting money in the hands of entrepreneurs to create jobs, a place where the Africa the free trade agreement will work within that, okay? Because it allows Africa to not have these fake borders that somebody else set up for us. Those borders that you have have all been set up by other outside countries to benefit themselves, not to benefit Africa. You have a sovereign right to the land. You have a sovereign right to your own land. I was hurt like a week or so ago, when I saw this story about this European who was claiming these properties in Gambia. And without questioning this person, without challenging him, the government seemed to just say, oh, okay, that's your land and you guys have to get out. I don't know if you heard this story, but I was shocked because I saw the police come to the area and these people are saying, we have the deeds to these properties. These are our properties. We pay for these properties, and when you buy a property, they go through title searches and everything else. I'm sure they do that there too. This European had nothing but his word. And the Gambian government ran behind this man and tried to move the people off their property. They're still fighting now. Why should you have to fight for your own property that you own in your own country, and your own country don't stand up for you? That was crazy to me. So these are the things that we have to think about. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Anybody making that type of claim should be, scrutinized. They should show some paperwork. They should show some proof. And even then, it should not be automatic. So these are the type of things that we have a lot of work to do. These are the type of things that our leadership, we have some good leaders out there, some great leaders out there. I found out who PLO Lumumba was on this channel. I found out who Mapunga Joshua was on this channel. Okay, I even found out Hannington Mabaiwa, the writer of the Riot Act and the Rapid Africa Plan. So there are great minds. Africa, Dr. Arikana, she's beautiful. We love her. Okay, these are great people who are leading the way. They're leading the way, and we have to rally behind them, rally behind the ideas. We have to get ready, and be ready and put pressure on our governments, put pressure on our elected officials, make them do what you put them in office to do. And if they're not doing what they supposed to do, get them out of office and put somebody in there that's going to work for the people and the people's benefit, not for foreigners and their benefit. So that's what I have to say. That's the love that I have for Africa. That's the love that I have for this channel and the African people. We are one. We are one people, and the human race is the race that was created, and this earth was created for this human race, and we shouldn't let anybody take what we've been given. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. Everybody don't believe in the Bible, but I believe the Bible is true. But I don't believe it is true the way it was been taught to me. Okay, I'll make that straight. But it's the talents. We talked about he gave one. It's just a story, right? But we have to apply it to our lives. He gave one 5 talents. He gave one 2 talents, and he gave one talent. Africa has been given 5 talents, but we have the mentality of the one who only had the 1 talent, where we don't understand what to do with the talents that we've been given. We don't understand the giver of the talents. We don't understand the creator. And because we don't, we hide our gifts under a barrel, and we're afraid. We operate out of fear. So and it's time to stop operating out of fear. It's time to stop operating out of fear. We have to move and press and move and make decisions and stand for ourselves. Stand up for yourselves, Africa. Stand up for yourselves, because if you don't stand up for yourself, no one is going to stand up for you. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Queen Samantha. And yes, we also wish you and your families a happy new year, and particularly your engagements on the continent of Africa, and also being the voice in the diaspora to take our brothers over. One particular very important thing that you said that is very, very relevant is the need to tear down these boundaries. But who is going to do that? And we know that the capacity and the skills and the know-how, particularly the know-how on the continent, everything is in the diaspora, because the diaspora understands the systematic language of the West. They understand the methodology. They understand their intention for Africa better than the people on the continent. So we are calling, like you said, that the diaspora, we have to go back home. Doesn't matter what it's going to take us to tear down those boundaries and start profiting from the free trade continental area that is opening doors on the continent of Africa. We have to be a part of that cake. So I want to thank you, Queen Samantha, and we wish you a pleasant new year. And we'll be seeing us very shortly on this show again on the Rapid Africa Plan. Thank you so very much, Queen.
Thank you
All
so
the best
much.
for you and your household 2021.
Blessings upon you and everyone listening. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you also. Joining us tonight is Atua. He's called Atua Wahwehlee.
Yeah, Wahwehlee. Yeah.
Welcome, brother. Welcome to the Panafrican
Yeah,
Day.
thank you. Thank you very much, Sister Leader. Thank you very much, Dr. Susan, for all the great work. And thanks to all the workers in the background who've been following the show. Very grateful from Liberia.
Good. So how's Liberia doing in the Pan-African corner? I see you've been putting out a lot of events out there. And what is the vision 2020 from Liberia?
Yes, like you said, from the Pan African Conscious Corner, we have been having series of empowerment programs for young people. For the past 10 years now, we have been able to do a lot of work with young people, and some of them are now in government, and some of them are also in the private sector. And we just continue to dream that the only way we can be able to move forward is to mentor these young ones when they are coming up. Before they can go in government, they must engage people of positive thinking. Before even they can go into the business world, they must engage people of positive thinking. So when the other people of negative forces come against them, they will already be grounded. And that's what the Pan African Conscious Corner is doing. You know, when Professor Lumumba visited Liberia in 2017, he visited the corner. And we are very grateful. Like you said, next year, Susan, we will be establishing. I don't know if I can announce it, but we'll be linking with the Pan African Daily TV show to start a live stream some of your events directly here and mentor young people through your platform, where we have a lot of wonderful people coming from all over the world to educate, to read colonization of the decolonization of the mind. I think it starts with the Pan African Daily TV show.
Wow. Thank you very much. I mean, for that feedback. It is, of course, it is. We're not going back. We are not taking back the right for us to stay united and to build the Africa that we want for ourselves and for our children. So
Yes.
thank you. It is marvelous work that you're doing out there. Yes, I see that Professor Pierre Lumumba visited the Pan-African Corner, Conscious Corner
Yes.
in Liberia. What was the purpose of
Yes.
that visit and what actually happened?
You know, he came to talk to young people before the election in 2017 because it was all about people thinking about there was going to be violence and the young people were going to be used because, you know, we had the first transfer of power for more than 40 years. It was the first time, you know, for us to have that kind of event happening. So he came and he was able to mobilize young people and talk to them. And at the same time, he was able to visit the Pan African Conscious Corner and one other intellectual center that is called CO. And when he came to the Pan African Conscious Corner, we were able to gown him, and he just felt at home. And he took it at heart and said, "Look, I will work with you guys. I will ensure that my foundation can work with you." And in 2020, this year, we started working with the foundation for Liberia.
Beautiful, beautiful. I also watched that video. We'll be sharing impressions about that in the coming shows in 2021 because that's a my step that you put out there at all. And in that video, I saw two very significant gifts that you from Liberia gave to the leader of this continent, Professor Pierre Lumumba. What was the significance of these two very unique gifts? And what were the gifts for the audience?
Yeah. One was an African gown, a kind of gown that we only gown leaders, you know, father leaders on the continent in Liberia. That gown, very, very important and significant. So we were able to gown him to tell him that, look, you are a voice. When we were feeling hopeless, when we listened to your voice from Kenya, we felt we now have another a hope, you know, for the future. And then we also gave us some souvenirs of great leaders, photos of great leaders. We printed them through the card, and we gave them to him that he could be able to hang them up. And when he sees those photos, he can say, "Oh, look, young people are thinking about these great leaders." And I think if you look here here, you can see wonderful pictures of some of these great leaders we have here, what we printed, and we have a lot of them here on the wall. So we give those gifts to young people so they can hang. Some of them, they believe in Wangari Mata, you know, what she was able to do in Kenya, you know, and some of them believe in Martin Luther King from the United States. Some of them have a strong believe in Nnamdi Azikiwe, for Nigeria. They have a lot of belief in PLO Lumumba, for Congo. So when we give them those gifts, and they are like that about my family from Liberia. When we give them those photos, they carry in their houses, and when they start reading about those people and every day seeing them, they try to know that they will remember the hero of the labor past. I mean, the labor of the hero past, and that's what the significance of that gift is. You hang it in your house. Anytime you see the photo of that individual, you say, "Where this person stop, I will continue." And that's what young people are doing.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hear somebody saying, this is a very great program. I mean, JE is saying, I don't see why a lot of people should not be watching. JE, we're streaming from multiple platforms. And right now, I can guarantee you the more than 1,000 people watching this stream right now from the other platforms that we're watching. This is just one of it. Of course, here is still lesser than we. So what are we saying? If you're watching the Pan-African Daily TV for the first time, and from any other platforms that you're watching, please subscribe, because we want to reach out in 2021 to 1 million viewers. Why? Because the medium that works for Africa, that report Africa from Africans' perspective by Africans, is the most essential project that we want to launch in 2021. The Pan-African media and the Pan-African conscious corners should be available all over the continent and in the diaspora.
Yes.
Because why? Just the number that we've been able to liberate this year, it's enormous. We just had Queen Samantha said it. And a lot of people that are getting conscious of who we are and be in the diaspora that never ever had heard about Africa or had heard about Africa, but thought this is a jungle land and that they never even cared about us. They took us from there. Yes, so what? We're comfortable where we are. No. Now we're going to see that one of the biggest continents of the world that would bring health solutions, health care solutions would be Africa. Like it or not, COVID-19 pandemic has proven to the world that Africa would be that continent that would provide healthcare solutions for lives on the whole planet. Like it or not, it's going to happen. We have seen the evolution. We have seen even the wishes and the recommendations that were being prophesied, fake prophets, about Africa, how we'll be dying by now, millions sleeping on the gutters or whatever. And you know what? We're still kicking and bouncing and have the lowest death rate and infections on the continent as compared to the other. So that's a big opportunity that Africa is going to want to provide healthcare solutions for the world. Come vaccines or not, we are going to create that value for the whole world. So yes, Ato, what is the wish or what is your vision for 2021 before we leave you to take the next view or the next guest on the show tonight, because we'll be opening up the lines for people to call in and just wish yourselves Happy New Year before we end the show tonight. What is your vision?
Yes, thank you. But let me just also inform the audience before I can be able to give my wish that tomorrow, for the first time in Liberia, we will start to celebrate Kwanzaa. And we're going to be celebrating that. It's a Pan-African festival that started in the United States of America in the 1966. And we're starting that. And look, when we started talking about those 7 principles of Kwanzaa, when we talk about unity, and we talk about self-determination, and we talk about collective work and responsibility as a people, we talk about cooperative economy. How can we be able to mobilize the economy, our own economy, buy from me and I buy from you? How can we manage our own money? You see that? And then we also talk about the purpose. Why are we here as people? We also talk about creativity. How can we be able to be creative and solve some of our problems? And the last one is faith. Faith in ourselves, faith in our leaders, faith in our president, our parents, faith in our children, and tell them that they can do it. Nobody should deny them of that fact. And I will end up and say, look, but next year, I know that the Pan-African Conscious Corner, like you said, we will work with the Pan-African Daily TV show to ensure that we can be able to take this corner all over the continent. Even if we cannot reach all over, and we know that the challenges and the timing it would take, we will start. Whatsoever country we can be able to transport this, where young people will gather. We have also gotten some of the equipment, almost all of the equipment that we needed. I told you about. We were able to take the loom. Now we have the smart TV, we have the smartphone, we have almost everything that we need to start to launch the Pan-African Daily TV show in Monrovia, where young people will gather to watch and listen to the voices of wisdom. And they will do that in large number. Because let it call it, I mean, one of the guys saying, you realize that Africans, we do not have money to do data. So some of the platform, you will see that people will be on live because it is all about politics. But because we are building ourselves, they will not want to burn the data. But if we can bring around 150, other community brings 200, other places bring 500, together we will start to reorient it into the minds of the young people and teach them in the positive direction that we can be able to develop this continent. So I will just end up and say, Susan, thanks very much. The ancestors are with you. They will continue to bless you. And whosoever have negative feeling about this platform, it will not work because the ancestors are with.
Did we just lost him or the volume? I don't know. It's just kind of cut. Ato, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, you just
I'm
finished
hearing.
somehow on the screen. I don't know. Yeah, I would like to keep you a little bit because the next guest is still trying to connect and is having a lot of challenges. And I see that you're really kind of like power up here. And you said something about Kwanzaa. I'm still gonna get a
Kwanzaa.
team of Kwanzaa. I'm still gonna get a team from the Kwanzaa festival. I also know them so very well, and we want to make that festival a unique festival on the continent
In the
for
year.
Black people because of the values.
Yes.
The 7 principles
Yes.
is what actually is gonna attach us to. So Kwanzaa is for me going to be the new African religion that is coming in
Yes.
2021 for the African people. We have the 7 principles, which are like the 10 commandments that the Bible is giving us. And you see the values of the African people interconnected on these 7 principles. It is amazing.
It's amazing. Yes.
But we're making a special topic on Kwanzaa. And we're even going to get Kwanzaa in all the platforms that we've been existing. Like for us in Germany, we had the International Africa Festival Tübingen that we've been operating since 2007. And we were thinking 2021, we're going to still, but we are collaborating with Kwanzaa to bring Kwanzaa there. And it's going to be a Kwanzaa festival, all on the continent.
Yes. All. Yeah.
So unique. So unique. That is our
Very
identity.
unique.
That is our music. That is our faith. That's our commandment. That is what we believe in, as a matter of fact. So yes,
We will start to distribute. We'll start to distribute those principles in the schools. Yeah, that's one thing we will do. And it's just that, like Susan, we will have a show that we can be able to take the viewers around, maybe in a 15 or 20 minutes around the Pan-African Conscious Corner, for them to see some of the things we have here, what we do, our space. Yes, let the people feel that regardless of, we may not have all the money, but we have the will. And so long you have the will, with the help of the ancestors, you will find a way to do the best thing. Yes. We'll always find a way.
So, I like the spirit. 2021 is gonna be a damn interesting year. I mean, the way you're speaking, all of me. I see Sylvia, I see Kofi, El Hadi, and all of them are just saying, "What? Where is he from?" He is a Liberian, Pan-Africanist, the biggest voice in Liberia, and we've been trying to get Kofi Atu here on the show a couple of times.
I know.
But tonight,
I know.
we are bouncing into 2021, and I want to be a part of this event tonight.
I know.
Liberia is heated. Liberia is
Liberia, the Pan-African capital of the world. This is the only place that Black people can be citizens. No white man is not a citizen in Liberia. It is the Pan-African capital. We have held that, and that's that. You know, that Liberia was to be the home of the UNIA. Yes, and now we have the UNIA in Liberia. I think you can see the flag up there. We now have, yes, we now have the President General. He opened a farm called Liberty Farm in Liberia. They denied us before, but we will hold ground. We will do what we can, and we will work with our brothers in Ghana, in Nigeria, to ensure that we can start to do it on our own. The ancestors are with us, and that's the message I think I'm taking in 2021. We will not, yeah. So,
We
Susan,
cannot,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, we
we
cannot
cannot
feel the
wait.
ancestors.
We cannot wait to have you. We cannot wait to have you back on this show. So thank you very much for
No
being with us.
problem. Thank
And
you,
we're going
thank
to
you.
spread this. Yes, we're going to
Yes,
spread the
yes.
Pan-African
God, God
consciousness
bless. God
all over
bless.
the corner and the
Yes.
continent. Yeah.
God bless. Yeah. Thank you,
God
Susan.
bless you. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
very much. A lot of loves to all the Liberians out there. Yes. So joining us in the diaspora and particularly in Europe is another powerful sister, queen, daughter, melanated golden queen, Eleanor. Eleanor is right here. All of you that have been following on the conflict on the southern Cameroon, Sambazonia, you know this queen. And Eleanor is here to share the vision 2021 to say, all we just want is peace. We just want peace. We're tired of killing ourselves. We're tired of losing ourselves. We want peace and we want justice. Yes. So Queen Eleanor is here. She's always been the voice and the epitome of what we call women for Africa, not only from the side of the conflict in the southern Cameroon, Amazonia, but also she has an organization called AWE, and AWE is African Women in Europe. So we want to thank Eleanor for joining us, particularly on this show, to celebrate 2021 as we creep into it. Welcome, Eleanor.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on this show today. I mean, it's a privilege to be on Pan-African Daily TV on the 31st of December, and then of a year like 2020. So I'm privileged. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Queen Eleanor. I mean, we have seen you a couple of times here,
Yes.
talking about the conflict. But now you're kind of like switching, like we're tired of fighting amongst ourselves. Yes, in as much as we want justice, our vision for the Africa we want is more bigger. It's bigger, and the biggest thing that we need is justice for our people on the continent. So, what is your vision? And why are you thinking that 2021 is going to be the year of achievement and liberation of Africans?
Whew, I could write a book on that, but I'll try to summarize. But before I go to your question, I would like to say two things. Arthur, I hope I'm pronouncing the name very well. Arthur, who
Yes,
just
at
left.
all.
I just want to say, I just want to give a shout out to the people of Liberia and Arthur in particular. Each time I hear about Liberia, my heart melts. I think of powerful women like Lema Bowie. I'm like, wow, these are the kind of women we want in Africa. This is somebody who also fought for peace. I mean, this is somebody who fought for peace in Liberia, like I cannot even describe. So a shout out to Liberians and to the powerful women in Liberia. Now, to what you've just said, to your question, what is our vision for 2021? We have been in war for 4 years. We have lost people, we have lost loved ones, and everybody is exhausted. We are tired of seeing blood. We are tired of seeing people mourn. We want peace. We want a 2021 where people will wake up and be happy to to have a new. I mean, people are looking forward to a year that is bringing joy. So we are responsible to bring that joy to the people. That is why we have as a vision to fight for peace back on our continent, for our people to have meaning in life, and compare. In fact, they'll be able to compare the fact that there are at least two possibilities of life. When we now have peace, I think people have gotten to a stage where they know the importance of peace. So so this period, this 4 years period where they have seen something else other than peace, I think at this point everybody is so ready to have that peace. It's been a tough time and people are exhausted. People just want to focus their energy now on something that is positive, something that will bring back that joy to live. There have been so many challenges in 2020, and the last thing anybody would want to have now is lack of peace. So yes, we are striving for this peace. It is an absolute must. Yeah.
You said one very important issue here, and I think it is time. When we look at COVID-19 and the lots of lives that have just passed away, we begin to appreciate life. We appreciate the common things that life had always given to us that we took it for granted, isn't it?
Exactly.
And I think that position where COVID has put us is actually a position where no one wants to be, to be unjust or unjust about it. Life is valuable. We as Africans can only make a step or change Africa when we're alive. When we're dead, we're dead. When we transit, we transit. So peace is one of the most costly and very expensive, with no doubt about that. But we all crave for it, isn't it?
Exactly. And in fact, just talking about COVID, I think this has given people a mental shift. People have recalibrated their minds. Their priorities have changed because COVID has taught us that all these things that one fights for in life, in the end, they mean nothing, because within 3 days, your life can be over. Your life can be so over before you even realize it. So, for the 9 months to 1 year, almost 1 year that we've had COVID, people have learned to live without things that they thought they could not do without. If anything has taught people a lesson in this life, in this our generation, then it is COVID. It has made us to rethink about our priorities. And trust me, so many people now value life. They now see the value of life more than they had ever thought. We had taken so many things for granted. We had taken the fact that we can just wake up from bed, perform our daily activities, go out and come back home. We had taken that for granted. The moment you start turning around and seeing the colleague with whom you worked yesterday is struggling for oxygen, and 2 days after you hear that colleague has died, you know that COVID is next door. It's actually at the doorstep. And you know that all the things that you've been fighting for, they mean nothing if you do not have health. If you do not have health. So why is there so much lack of peace, especially on our continent? It is because we fight one another for things that at the end of the day we might not even enjoy. How many of us go into our graves with even a small block from our house, from our mansions that we've built, or even with the wheel of our expensive cars that we've bought? how many of us go into our grave? I think the highest you can take maybe your watch. I don't know how many times you read your time in your grave. So COVID has really awoken us to do a rethink about what our priorities in life are. And trust me, health is one of them, because without health, you have no peace. You have no peace within yourself the moment you start thinking that, oh my God, I might even be having COVID. So the bigger picture is that peace, the global peace that we want. And so, yes, honestly, I strongly believe that even without all the other issues that we usually have, just the fact that we've had COVID, it has given us something to rethink and adjust our priorities.
Absolutely, Eleanor. Absolutely. This is the Happy New Year wishes that we're wishing for Africa and African people worldwide, and for the whole humanity. Life. Life
Yeah.
is the most precious tool that we have, and COVID has just taught us so many lessons. We've sat in a class for 1 year now, and if we are still playing around and thinking that life is on our side, or health, or any minute that you can rise up the next moment, you have just made a very big mistake. So we wish a happy new year to you, Eleanor, and your family. And we wish you life, abundant life, to your household, to your projects, to your future, and to the Africa that we want. Thank you for being here, Eleanor. One more
Thank
word
you
before
so
we
much.
leave you for 2021.
Sorry, come again. There was a break there.
Sorry, I was just saying that we are wishing you, we from the Pan-African Daily TV and all the families worldwide are wishing you also life, abundant life for you and your household. And we want to hear one last word before we leave you and take the next guest.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, Pan African Daily TV. One of the best things that happened in 2020 was the birth of Pan African Daily TV. I just had to say that. And my last word to us, to all of us, to the viewers, to everybody on this platform is, first of all, I want to wish you all happy new health. Happy new health. COVID is real. And to say that no matter what you think 2020, no matter how negative you may think that 2020 has been, always look at the silver lining in the dark clouds. It has been an experience which you will learn from in 2021. Everything that has happened in 2020, learn from it and adjust in 2021. I think that is what we should do, and get into 2021 with a smile, knowing that we've had some tough lessons, some very enriching lessons. And of course, I'm not downplaying the fact that many bad things, people have died. I don't want to downplay that. But let's take the positive from that into 2020. So my wish to everybody is Happy New Year, Happy New Health, and see you majestically marching into 2021 with a broad smile. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you too for being here. Thank you for your precious time. We enjoyed you here. And all the best wishes from Kofi, from Sylvia, from El Hadi, from Grace Jaravan, from Days High, all the Pan-African Daily TV fans watching on the continent and in the diaspora in Europe. Wish you to all the best, and stay safe and happy life 2021.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, the lines are open, and we want to take all your Happy New Year wishes, Africa. And what is it that you want to see in 2021? What is it that you're leaving behind? What is it that you're grateful for, having spent 2021 and moving majestically, as we said, we're moving incredibly into 2021. So while we're waiting on you to come, the lines are open. Call +49 1578 211 2379. That's our WhatsApp line. And it is rolling. It's rolling on our stream right now. So you can call in and make a wish and wish Africa and African people, family, black, all and white, a happy 2021. So thank you, Eleanor, for being here. Good. We want to see, I think, do we have a guest in the studio? All right. So bring him on and let us find out who has been lobbying around here, wishing to share this wonderful platform and this year with us. And where's he coming from? Hello.
Hi, Dr. Susan Tata. How are you doing today? I'm coming from Toronto. We from the Caribbean originally, but I'm living in Toronto right now. So how are you doing today?
Wow. I am so happy to have you here, Kush, Shaka. And you are living in Toronto, but you're from Canada, right?
I'm from the
Caribbean.
Caribbean. From the
Oh,
Caribbean. I'm
okay.
from a small island named St. Lucia. I don't know if you heard of that island yet.
Not yet. Please educate us. It's so amazing.
It's
Tell
a
us
very
more,
small.
Shaka.
It's a very small island. It's about 175,000 people, but
Mhm.
that's about it. And then it's yeah, we were brought there from the slave trade, and then yeah, we a lot of us been lost, not knowing where we came from. But I've been doing a
Oh,
lot of research lately, and I find out that I mean I knew that we came from Africa, but we never grasped that in our system you
mhm,
know. But I,
mhm.
I have to first say I really thank you for having me in your show because I'm a great, great, great fan. I always been watching you, but I've never get a live show because I'm always busy working. So today, because it's almost the holiday tomorrow, so I get to have a day off, and I look forward to see your live show. And I finally get a live show, and I'm on your live show today. So I'm very thankful for you having me on with you.
But we are particularly, Shaka, we are so thankful because I mean, you just wrote and like, I like your show, and I sent the link. I said, you want to join us now? And spontaneously you said yes. That's the African spirit that we have in
I
our gene, in our DNA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yes, there's so many things that we can talk about. And I don't want to
Yes.
take too much of your time, but there's a lot of things because I always say it's been a long time now that I gained my consciousness of being an African. So I've been saying that for quite a while now. I'm an African who was born in the Caribbean. So I am very deeply African. You know, and there's a lot of things that I appreciate about Africa. There's a lot of things because Africa is the kingdom. As a matter of fact, I rename Africa. Africa is the Royal United Kingdom. That is the name of Africa to me. The Royal United Kingdom of Africa. That's how I name Africa.
Royal United Kingdom, Royal United Kingdom of Africa. I hope someone is noting that down. Sylvia, have you taken that down? Royal United Kingdom of Africa. Yep, that is going to be, we already had UKA, United Kingdom of Africa from the Maponga Joshua project, but Royal United
Yeah,
Kingdom of Africa, this sounds a little bit not, higher and higher. Yeah.
that's the
So what's
name.
the royalty? Tell us more, Shaka. I'm so
Well,
curious.
no, Africa, when you look at the landmark, I've looked at a lot of documentaries on Africa lately. Like, I'm very hooked upon that, man. I'm like hooked upon documentaries on Africa. And when I
Mhm.
look at the Congo, oh, what a beautiful landmark. Every part of
Yes.
Africa is beautiful. I am a I'm a sucker to waterfalls. I love waterfalls. And when I see, I don't like to call it the Victoria Falls. I hate to call it the Victoria Falls.
Thank
I wish one day we could come up with a beautiful name. One of our great fighters like Shaka Zulu. Some name we can rename that falls. And that would give me great joy. But I don't think I will see that in my lifetime. Just like in my lifetime, I don't think I will ever see the division of the borders, the one Africa. But I hope in one day, with the awakening that's taking place right now, with all the things that's the consciousness that's happening to our people, that one day, I know it wouldn't be my lifetime, but Africa will be truly united, like be one people, and there will be the name for it, the Royal United Kingdom of Africa. Hoping to hear that my grandkids can see that one day in life. You know.
Yes. Yes. we're going to make that happen. I mean, just starting by uniting ourselves for the first time, that we from the continent in the diaspora are having this connection. I think this is just the beginning of the unity that we've been preaching about. We can already see it being materialized in a very small format, but the big picture is much bigger than what we see here. So yes, thank you very much. It's a wonderful pleasure to just see you jump on the Pan-African Daily TV, and that's how spontaneous and interactive and more connective we're going to be in 2021. Like, you can just sit and you're riding in your car and you'll be on the Pan-African Daily TV. So it's not just going to be all these bottlenecks and all this planning. Now we have a system that you can connect us. Even we're going to connect farmers down on in the cities and also in the villages to talk to us and to connect with us. Yes. So we thank you. What is your vision and your wish for 2021 for Africa?
Well, I like to go beyond 2021. I would like to go throughout life, because 2021 will just we'll just, with a snap of our finger, we'll just see 2022 right in the corner, because the years are going by so fast. So I have a vision more than more than for 2021, but for the sake of 2021, my goodness, I hate that part, 2021, I would like to see a better, like, honestly speaking, I wish the leaders would be like more Pan-African mindset,
Correct.
because that's what would really make Africa unite. The leaders that's in charge become Pan-African mindset, like like Magufuli, like Paul, like those guys, like the president from Uganda. Sorry, from Rwanda. This is my favorite president, Paul Magufuli, those guys. And I would love to see Julius Malema one day become president. These are the things I'm looking forward to, because those guys are Pan-Africanists by nature. They love African. They love the people. They love the land, and they would like to see better for the land of Africa. Not people who just fighting for the European or for the interest of the European, but for people who's fighting for the land of Africa, to see the land of Africa remain great. Because I always say Africa is great, but we have to maintain the greatness of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm looking forward for,
Good. Thank you. Yes, it was a pleasure. We're still going to get you on a one-on-one, because I see you have a lot to educate us about your island and even the projects that are out there for our people and how we can move it even more greater than we've been doing now. So thank you, Shaka, for being here. And our love, and what do we say? We say happy health 2021 for all our families out there. Thank you so very much.
I really appreciate you having me, Susan. Have a great one. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open up the lines now, because we just exhausted 1 hour, 17 minutes into this show, having a couple of guests that actually just signed in to show their face for the first time, and also some that we've been having here. So now the lines are open for those who say, yes, we want to connect and give a wish. We also have been seeing people dropping comments here on Facebook and on the other platforms, saying they would want to see more free trade in 2021. And actually, we would have had Al Wahab Farouk, who had to educate us on the free trade continental area, but which is currently, being officially launched on the 1st. We're talking about a couple of hours now. But now we know that the whole series, we're going to be talking about that, because that's where the catch is. That's where the cash also is. So it's going to be a wonderful thing for Africans to wake up and seize this opportunity to be a part of this. Yeah. So I'm picking up the first call, and some of the calls are coming in. Please just be patient. We're going to get that through tonight. Hello.
Hello, my sister. How are you doing?
Fine. Thank you, brother. Long time.
long time. You said something that I don't want to say on the phone, but you out there. You make me feel like I want to, come and see where you are, and then make sure that you are good. You are good, because we know these people that they want to always destabilize us. Whatever we want to do, they want to underrate us and make us feel like we are insignificant, because they are insignificant. Whatever good they're coming, they want to distort the good. But anyway, enough talk. We know what we're doing, so.
Correct.
Yes.
So what is your wish for 2021 for the Africa that we want? What vision should we actually focus on?
100% on the view and the vision of next month. I don't even say next year. From next month, we want to see that the artificial borders are all collapses, as the vision is that we can travel easily, have one passport, one African passport, and any one of us can live anywhere that they want within the continental level. We can trade, make money, do business, set up business, chain of businesses, all the continental level. I mean, every country in the continent without any hustle. That is what I'm looking forward to, so that we can embrace each other. Anybody can move freely, anywhere, anyhow, any day, anytime, can move to any territory. I say any territory in the continent.
Okay.
Without it, nobody helping you, where you're coming from, what language you speak. And then also, secondly, one day sitting there, we can all understand one common language like Swahili, for example, would be the best. So wherever we go within the continent, we can speak one language everybody can understand.
Okay.
And also, one thing that I don't want to say much about it is that we need to start building our military. No two ways about it. But I don't want to expand on that. But that is just an idea, just to put it there. We need to have one for the continent.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. Happy New Year to you, Africa. And that is our topic. Goodbye, 2020. Welcome, 2021. It has been a pleasure to have you here, brother. Stay safe, as we say, to all our viewers watching us from all the platforms, from the continent, from Kenya, from Mozambique, from Liberia, from Nigeria, from Cameroon, and wherever you may be. We thank you for joining in and for calling us to celebrate this day with us. I just missed the call from Antigua, and I'm launching this call back. Please give us a second. And we want to get Brother Yan all the way. Hello? Yeah.
Hello.
Happy New Year, Africa.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
This is Ian calling from the Caribbean.
Yes, Ian. How you doing? How are you marching into the new year? What are you leaving behind in 2020?
What I want to see, like we saw a couple of, I think it's like 2 weeks ago, we had a direct flight from Nigeria to Jamaica.
Yes.
And that was good news for me. And I hope that we will find every way to connect with, with our brothers and sisters wherever in the world you are. Because we're actually in the four corners of the world. So what we need to do is to connect, make ourselves accessible to one another, and to understand that we are all Africans, and the only way we can control our own affairs is if we connect together and have one aim and one mission.
Ian, can you just give us a little bit of information about that flight? Because you posted and I saw there's been a lot of articles. How long did that flight take Nigeria to the Caribbean? Is that the first time that we're having a direct flight? And which aviation or company is that? And is it something that is going to be continuous, or it was just a trial?
It was a charter flight by, I think it's Airpeace from Nigeria.
Okay.
And they are actually doing a lot of setting up. They're actually setting up the platform to do some business with the people in Jamaica. I mean, I have an app on my phone that I could track flights, and I was just lucky to be up the night, and I saw the flight passing over Antigua. Jamaica is about 2 hours from Antigua. So I would imagine when it passed over Antigua, it was about 9 hours. So I would say on the 11 hours, they
could have done a flight from direct from Nigeria to Jamaica. And then I subsequently got onto the Jamaican news and I saw that there were a lot of business ventures that they're looking to connect Nigeria to Jamaica. Now, like I always say, I don't care which Caribbean island these flights would land. Once we can have a direct connection, that's all I care about, is that we can get on a flight in the Caribbean and 9-10 hours later we're somewhere in Africa.
Wow, but we saw recently the direct flight that also left Nigeria with these nurses, Ghana to also Barbuda, and that one I think it was even much shorter, right?
Yes, and that one went to Barbados, and that would have been a shorter flight because of the geography of the Caribbean. Barbados would be more easterly than Jamaica. And
Okay.
so you're coming from Africa, which is in the east, you would get to Barbados and even to Antigua sooner than you would have gotten to Jamaica. So if they could do Jamaica in under 12 hours, I would assume they would have gotten to Barbados in about 7-8 hours. And that's international standard for a transatlantic flight. That's not out of the question.
Wow. I mean, of course, that's one of the biggest things that happened in 2020, to get a direct flight from Nigeria to Jamaica or to the Caribbean. This is something that has never happened, ladies and gentlemen. You watching us, and that's one of the connections that we're saying. A lot of business is being lost out there in the Caribbean from our people. And even the lack of connection that we keep saying the diaspora should come back on the continent, it is practically impossible because all this Western systems had made it so impossible, so expensive, and not providing a direct flight to meet our brothers and sisters there. Even those in the Americas, before they go to the continent, they have to stop in one of the European countries. Those in Europe, as a matter of fact, how crazy is this? You have traveling to Cameroon, you have to go through Belgium, you have to go through France. There's just no direct flight leaving Germany to Cameroon. Insane, isn't it? And these are all the things that keeping our people in the diaspora, particularly the original diasporans, who are saying that the inability for us to connect on the continent, first, the logistics is complicated. And now we have products made in Africa by Africans that are just circulating in the water, just on the continent, and are not even known to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. So being united and connected to the continent is not just a matter of, those who want to relocate or repatriate. We actually wish them the best, and we are actually lobbying for that. But what we are saying is there still can be a free trade between Black people worldwide. I mean, the borders should not only be on the Africa Free Trade Continental area where we're seeing the boundaries, but also products made by Africans from Africans on the continent should be able to have access to its brothers and sisters in the diaspora, isn't it? And so that is going to push a lot of money on the continent. It's going to create a lot of jobs, and also Made in Africa is a whole brand. It's a brand that should be visible. Now we see everywhere out here. You see Made in China, you see Made in whatever, in India or whatever. Have we ever seen Made in Africa as a global brand? This is going to happen in 2021, and we wish and look forward to see more of this. I'm so sorry because of the connections, and we had to lose Brother Yan, but be you aware that we'll be ending this show in a couple of minutes, as families are looking forward to join their loved ones and to get into the 2021 proper. It has been a wonderful time for us connecting here tonight to just share and to meet ourselves again. And we've been having a holiday for 2 weeks, and we've missed each other. Being here is a wonderful pleasure. Lines are open. Call +49 1578 211 2379. You can see it rolling and make your contribution. We're saying goodbye 2020, and we're saying welcome 2021. What is the vision that you want to see for Africa? What is it that you wish? What are you leaving behind? What have you learned in 2020? And what is it that you want to see more happen on the continent, in your families, amongst Black people worldwide? Call in and share your impressions with us, and we're happy to have you on the show. If you want to join us live in the studio, the lines to our studio are available right now. If you want to join us, please just indicate on our WhatsApp chat group, and we will send you the link to join us live in the studio. Yeah. So, like I said, getting flight is one of the achievements, like the brother from the Caribbean called from Barbados and Antigua, saying there have been some changes. And we just saw that news at the beginning of this year, not year, beginning of this month in December, that there was a direct flight that left Nigeria directly to Jamaica. And we want to see a lot of this happen. And it's a charter flight. So it's possible. And you can see just the achievements of 2020. Already that is a door opener, the biggest door that we can think about. Also, we had a flight, transporting, I think, more than 500 nurses from Ghana, to work in the Barbados, that's a Caribbean island, during this COVID-19, where there were shortages of nurses out there. And so they had to dive on the competence on the continent. Exactly, this is what I was saying a couple of seconds ago or minutes ago, that Africa, like it or not, note this date and put it down in your calendars. It's going to be the continent that will provide healthcare solutions for the world come future. I mean, we're already talking about tomorrow, isn't it? And you understand our credo, Maponga Joshua, and we said, are you going to take the vaccines? I don't know about you. And we know what it is. Africa is going to produce solutions, not just for healthcare, but for other industries and other sectors, particularly like the food sector that we're talking about. We're going to feed the world, and the next currency is going to be Afro. And Afro is just going to be our organic products that is going to feed the hungry world, as we can see. Did I just lost that caller? Please launch the call again. I'm going to pick up your call. The lines are just messing up tonight, and we understand why. The commission, because everybody is a lockdown, and so people are only connecting to their families online per calls and everything, so it's busy. Hello? 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 Oh, I'm sorry, we missed this beautiful family. That's a beautiful, unique family that has been trying to reach us. Hello?
Hello, Samantha.
Hello, welcome, South Africa. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Thank you, I'm fine.
You're speaking to me, I am France here from South Africa.
Yes.
And I was watching you on live on the Facebook there. Now.
Yes.
So I decided to call him so that I can contribute some ideas on how to unite the Africa.
Thank you very much, brother. That's a very big step. You calling us from South Africa at this time. What time do you have out there? I think it should be 11, right?
Yeah, it's let me check now. It's 27 minutes to 11.
27 minutes to 11. Wow, and you're up tonight. So you're almost into the new year on the continent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. What is your contribution? Tell us the secret how we have to be more united.
I think the best way to unite as African is the first thing that we must do. We must also teach our people what is the meaning of being Africa.
Yes.
I think that must be the key.
Yes.
Because remember, people are just being told the Africa, but they don't know the meaning of that Africa. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Because you tell the people that there's someone is from Namibia, Mozambique. It doesn't regard them as their brothers because they're from other country because of the borders that has been put by the colonialism.
Yes.
So one thing that we must teach our brother and sister is this. The border does not separate us to being an African child.
Mm-hmm.
The border doesn't mean anything. When
when you see our brother and sister that from other countries, you must regard them as your brothers.
Correct.
You are sharing the same blood with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you must also support them and protect them any way, how, when there's any harm that you want to come to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can look, the way that we hate ourselves as an African child, I rather love a white guy who's from Europe than to love my brother from Zimbabwe.
Yes.
That's how the African they behave these days.
Mm.
So they think everything that must work, it must have a white inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think maybe this is the education that they receive within the school, that they must praise their masters.
Yes.
So I think you have a lot of work. We have a lot of work that we must spread this idea of Africa so that it can stick within their mind. What is there to be an African child?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So,
absolutely, brother. That is the key. That is the key. Teaching ourselves who we are as Africans. That is one of the biggest lessons that we're talking about, consciousness. Just being conscious of who we are, the knowledge of self, who we are. So I thank you so much for your contribution. And yes,
I thank you to pushing this thing, and they keep on doing it. And we're very proud of you.
Thank you so much, brother. So happy healthy year for your household and the continent, and we keep doing just what we're called to do. Thank you. God bless you. Happy New Year, Africa.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Yes, bye. For all of you that have been trying to call in, I'm just so sorry. The lines are busy, but just keep trying. We're gonna pick up your call. Yes, we're gonna pick up every single call here tonight. Yep. Goodbye, 2020. Welcome, 2021. Happy New Year, Africa. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, dear. Good evening, dear Queen. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes.
Happy New Year to you too. I'm so happy. I'm glad that this year we are starting with this kind of stuff. I mean, talking about Africa and, sorry, my English is not that good. I'm French speaking.
Your English is perfect. So perfect. And my queen, English is not your mother tongue. Don't bother. Just go ahead. I wish I could understand your dialect. Then we'll be talking about that. Just go ahead. You're fantastic.
Thank you. So I'm so glad that actually every African try his best to tell that to the world, yeah, we exist, we do exist, and we are ready for the change.
Yes.
And I'm so happy as well that actually the singers from every country in Africa or bloggers as well are interesting about what is going on. Because if we don't wake up and then do things by ourselves, no one will come to do it. So we are French speaking and English speaking side got different we got a problem about that.
Yes.
So for me, the best things for us is, for example, to contact the French Pan-Africanist people. I mean, French side speaking in Africa and English side as well.
Yes.
To come together, to sit and then talk about what is going on. Because of if you click on the Africa map, actually everywhere is danger, is red. It's by that time you realize, yes, something is going on in Africa. But actually people don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And things are going badly. So I'm so glad and thank you very much. I will keep following you. Today is my first time at home. So yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. And I will try to call sometimes and give what I think as well. So today I won't be saying too much about it.
Anyway, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Vous venez d'où?
De rien, de rien.
Oui, oui, parce que je voulais... De Guinée-Conakry. Je voulais juste faire une petite geste pour dire que on est ouvert et heureusement que vous avez parlé de ce sujet parce qu'on veut aussi être unis avec nos frères francophones. Mais jusqu'à présent, on n'a pas été en contact avec eux. Beaucoup, on les écrit, eux, ils se disent, ils ne peuvent pas parler anglais. Donc, il faut qu'on trouve aussi un moyen pour communiquer entre nous. Donc, moi, je suis très contente que vous êtes ici ce soir pour causer de ce problème. Et je pense que 2021, on va essayer de trouver une solution pour ça. Par rapport à vous aussi, si vous avez des réseaux de francophonie qui causent aussi bien de français, ça serait très, très important que tu nous mettes en contact avec eux. Même vous aussi.
Okay,
hein.
Ok, je ferai mon mieux. En tout cas, à partir d'aujourd'hui, je vais essayer de vous suivre à chaque fois que j'ai le temps. J'ai toujours le temps de suivre le journal et à propos de l'Afrique, tout. Donc, je ferai encore plus de mon mieux pour pouvoir être en contact avec vous. Après avoir parlé, je vais vous laisser mon numéro. Or, peut-être que vous l'avez. Et on ferait tout ensemble pour pouvoir nous réunir et parler de ce qui se passe.
Exactement.
Que ce soit francophone side, que ce soit anglophone side. Pour que l'information soit au même niveau.
Absolument. Merci.
Parfois,
Ouais.
l'information, quand ça se passe, quand ils font passer de l'information en français et en anglais, ils changent parfois quelques articles. Donc, il faut faire très attention. Il faudrait que l'Africain, nous tous, les Africains, qu'on soit au même niveau d'information de ce qui se passe dans notre pays. Je suis très fière du fait que toute la jeunesse actuellement, et il faut surtout contacter les vrais blogueurs là, qui sont connus dans le monde entier, je veux dire en Afrique, qu'on leur contacte, ceux qui sont suivis là, c'est leur travail aussi. Pas qu'ils font semblant de, comme si tout allait bien, ils sont derrière leur caméra en Afrique, ils font, oui, c'est bien. Ça veut dire que ça aussi, ça fait partie peut-être un peu de changement. Mais il y a un vrai problème derrière. Et ce sont les gens-là qui sont mieux écoutés. Tu fais sortir une chanson, ça cartonne, tu as des millions. Pourquoi des millions comme ça ne peuvent pas suivre des panafricains, ne peuvent pas suivre la réalité de notre continent, de ce qui se passe. Donc, c'est le bon moment de se contacter entre nous et de s'imposer. Si on rate cette chance, je ne pense pas si on aura une autre chance dans l'avenir de se libérer de tout ce qui se passe. On a trop souffert, on a tant souffert. Donc, moi, c'est le bon moment de se contacter, de se donner les mains. C'est pas tout le monde qui est informé comme nous. C'est pas tout le monde qui au fait, qui s'intéresse à ce qui se passe. C'est quand le feu rentre à la maison, ils vont courir. Ils ne savent pas pourquoi ils courent. Donc, comme c'est nous qui faisons face à la situation, qui comprennent un peu, qui cherchent à nous organiser, à nous rassembler, tout, essayons en fait que d'autres aussi soient au courant. On peut passer par les blogueurs. Il faut qu'on les explique qui sont derrière ce qui se passe en Afrique. Parce que si vous connaissez la situation du Mali actuellement, moi je suis guinéenne, mais peut-être que le Mali se relève actuellement et Centrafrique, c'est comme si je viens du Mali et de Centrafrique. Oui, je l'ai dit il y a 2 jours à mon père. Je dis, papa, je me sens tellement malienne. Il me dit, pourquoi? Je l'ai expliqué. Oui, ils sont en guerre, ils sont en train de se libérer. La France détruit toute l'Afrique francophone.
Tout à fait.
Et les anglophones ne sont pas au courant.
Oui.
Et ça se passe autrement aussi, aux côtés de trucs pays anglophones. Donc, il faudrait qu'on trouve solution. Ouais. Il faudrait qu'on trouve solution. Je vais essayer de vous recontacter peut-être après le direct.
Oui.
Et je suis très contente de rentrer ce soir en contact avec vous. Et salut aux abonnés.
OK.
Merci beaucoup. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year, Africa. Thank you so very much, sister. Yes, all the best to you. Happy Health Year 2021. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. Good. Yes. that is also one of the problems. And our sisters, that her sister here who just called is from Guinea Conakry, and she was actually explaining something, and I just had to give her the pleasure to speak. I hate speaking French. You know why? I hate it. And yes, but she is kind of like, we have to bridge our French speaking brothers on the continent. And we know that most of the conflicts on the continent are in the most of the, how many conflicts? 18 conflicts, active ones that we have are in French speaking countries. And so the English speakings and the French speaking have to collaborate together and to find a solution, because we are also disconnected, because they want to keep us disconnected on this function. So that's just what she was expressing. And she couldn't actually like put it out there in the English that we speak. And yeah, I just had to exhibit a little bit of respect. Respect for our sister, not for that stupid language. Respect for her. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been missing your calls. You can call +49 1578 2379, and we'll be picking your call. And the topic today is goodbye 2020, welcome 2021, happy new year, Africa. So over to you. Yeah. And one of the things that she actually also said that is very relevant that we should understand is French is one of the biggest missionary that is destroying Africa. We can talk about the other regions, but France is actually one of our biggest problems. And whatever we're talking about in terms of destruction, we have to see the kind of corporations that are building there, and how they went there. So we are not saying that we cannot collaborate or work with them. It is just a principle of negotiation and working on fair terms. On fair terms. So we want the kind of leadership that would be able to renegotiate these contracts that they've been putting out there. And we're not saying that we're going to do only ourselves, but we want fairness. That's just all we want. Yeah. So good. We are going also to start learning to speak Swahili here, as I can see a lot of people like, why are we going to be chewing our lips and trying to express ourselves in languages that we don't want? And we've been singing and talking about this on the Pan-African Daily TV. We'll start having, classes here. If we had started, we're almost, 2020 would have been the year, all of us would have been speaking perfect Swahili. How much time do we need to do a language course in Germany and get integration? 3 months. 3 months, you should be able to speak perfectly, and you can go around. If you commit a crime, nobody's going to say it's because you didn't know the language. So it is not the heck or rocket science to learn Swahili, and we begin to dialogue and communicate in it. Be it French African or English African, we have to, or you're coming from Akan, my tribe, in Ghana, but know that we are going to actually implement this in 2021. That should also be one of the, yes, Habari. I know is saying Habari here tonight. Habari to all of you on the continent watching us from East Africa. You all speak Swahili. We're so damn jealous of you. We're so damn jealous of you. And you're from South Africa, you speak Zulu language. This is so romantic. Or from the Akan, my people out there, we speak Chui and all the other languages in there. Yes. Yes. But we know one thing that unites us is our uniqueness. So, yes, goodbye 2020. Welcome 2021. Happy New Year, Africa. Hello. Elder Robert, hello.
Hello, my sister. How are you?
I've been waiting for the prophecy 2021. Thank you for joining us. So let it go.
Thank you. I have to start by saying I want to thank you so much for what you have allowed. You've allowed me to say on this platform, Pan-African Daily TV, that Sub-Saharan Africa is the land of Abraham and Sarah.
Yes.
That explosion has taken place in such a manner, and today it is in every corner of the earth. I was listening to my little 11-year-old grandson talking to me about the value of sub-Saharan Africa. An 11-year-old in Guyana is telling me how rich Africa is.
Oh.
And he's calling the name of the Father, Sunini Nanini. I am so pleased that you would allow this. And I want to say that next year, it is going to be such a fast year. You will not even realize when you're December again. Because that year is going to be like that plane that flew from Nigeria to Jamaica and faster. That's the speed with which this thing is taking off. Even as we're speaking here now, there's contact with chiefs on the ground who are making arrangements to welcome people home in a dignified manner.
Wow.
I'll talk to you about that separately. So things are happening, and it's going to be so fast that when we come back here next year, this time, right, we're going to be sitting from different locations, and we're going to say, this is not possible. It will be exactly like that flight that went from Nigeria to Jamaica. We say 11 hours, only 11 hours, and this is 11 months finished already. Yes, as fast as that.
Wow.
If that is a prophecy, I don't know, but that's what's going to happen. So I am excited. I'm looking forward to this new situation here because there's so much that is going to happen, and the nations know it. And if they can do wave 2 and wave 3 and wave 4, they will try all their best to lock down, because they know that as soon as they open, the children of Africa, the children of Abraham, they are coming home. They're coming home. Now we say, Moses said, let my people go. Now we are saying, let my people in. That's what we're saying this year. Let my people in. That's how it's going to be. Every single African country, in sub-Saharan Africa specifically, will be opening up their doors in manners that you have never seen it before. No other white man that is going claiming land in Gambia. They will wake up. They will understand that there is no land in the Gambia that belongs to the white man there. There's no land there. If he bought a house and he's living on his house peacefully, yes. But when he's going to start claiming several pieces of land, he's in the wrong place. Can we do that in Europe? We can't do that.
We don't even have a reason to do that. Can we even claim a dry land?
They just want to let the airport open. They just want to let the airport open. In London here, there was 16,000 people, I understand, was ready to get on a flight and get out when they do the second wave to lock people down. People want to get out because we know we're coming, but we're not going to say it yet. It's coming. And we're like, we're held at ransom now. Again, I want to thank everyone and every person in the diaspora and on the continent, everybody that understands this awakening, that the children of Abraham are coming back home. I know people don't like hear about the Bible, but the people that are listening now on my shows, they're listening to the Bible in a different version. Now they're reading that book because it makes sense.
Yes.
Because that is Abraham land is what is the riches, the blessings of this world is through that land. And the children of Abraham, they're coming home.
Wow.
Yes, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Yes. Thank you. And we wish you a happy, safe journey. We meet on the continent. And as like you said, it's just going to be so fast. This year, we're not going to be connecting from this point. No way. We know where we're meeting next year, this time. Yes. Thank you so very much, brother. God bless you. Thank you. Yes, and all the best 2021. Bye. Good. 53 minutes into the show. We would be closing very soon. Yes, I see people already complaining that why should we be closing? We should be closing at midnight when we enter 2021 anyway, but I know a lot of families want to hang out and celebrate this special moment, transiting into the 2021, and we don't want to take that away from them. We don't want to take that away from them. Yes, peace and blessing to all of you that are watching us, and We're going to take a few last calls before we end up this edition for today. And be aware, tomorrow is the 1st. What am I saying? A couple of how many hours is going to be the 1st? But we're talking about broad daylight. It's going to be the 1st. And we would also be open. So we're already into 2021. And so our program continues every day. And we look forward to have one of the major speakers opening the show, Joshua Maponga Marara, tomorrow. If he's available, if not, we're going to get another guest. Hello? Hello, Happy New Year, Africa.
Hello, Sister Susan. It's Fatuma Houtman online.
Hello, Fatu. How are you? Nice to meet you, Queen.
Yeah,
The Golden Queen. Yes, I'm happy to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to wish you happy New Year 2021. And what I want to say, I'm not an English speaker. I speak French. Like someone was just before me. I was so happy to hear someone who speaks French also to say, yeah, please, we need this program also in French.
Yes, of course, Fatu. We are ready. We just say.
I have many friends that try to invite to come to work with me this program. They say, yeah, but it's in English. I say, yeah, that's the problem. And I'm just managing my English. I don't care. It's not my language. I speak Swahili. And
yes.
I like my Swahili. Habari mzuri. Okay, that's I just want to wish everybody in this show happy New Year 2021. And I wish that we pass next year with too much hope for Africa, for all Africans, and Africa in back home and also African diaspora. Yeah, I don't know. I'm shaking small because I have to manage my English.
No, may Uncle come in. Fatu, we are opening, and I will connect with you after the show, okay? Even not tonight, but tomorrow, because we're looking to get French-speaking collaborators. I mean, I could do a crash course in French. Yes, my French is not that very perfect, but we had already been advocating, and we had already put this as a 2021 plan on the Pan-African Daily TV. So we'll have some special days for French speakers, because it is just a lot of lust and disconnection out there. And we're talking the same thing and singing and dancing the same music, but we are not actually on the same dimension and frequency. And so we think it's going to be one of the biggest projects that we have to initiate on the Pan-African Daily TV French version. And Patu, you can moderate that, isn't it? I see you. And I know you can do that so well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try.
I also tried. I'm not a journalist. We're going to do it the African way. You can speak Swahili, you can speak French, and you can articulate yourself. It is Africans for Africa. And we don't want to be professional anyway. We just us. We don't have anything to justify or to prove to the world. We are just us. And we love ourselves the way we are. So, Patu, I like to see you. I like us to work together and to collaborate to bring our French-speaking brothers and sisters on board for the change that we want to see for Africa, right?
That is right. I'll be really happy to contact you now after this. I want to talk Dutch now. Sorry.
Yes.
You see how I'm going crazy. You speak French, you speak English, you try to speak someone else's language, Dutch. It can be really crazy for us Africans. But I just want to, I'm so happy, I'm so excited to see today, the last day of the year 2020, and we are here as family to talk about the future of Africa. I'm really, really happy. And what you asked in the beginning of the show was, what is our wish for Africa 2021? I really wish that we have peace. I come from Congo. We have, since I was young, I don't know nothing else than war, everyday war. I hope really that 2021, that the African Union can do something to make sure that we have peace in that part of the country, because we cry every day. We don't sleep in peace. The way I'm talking here, my family is really in a big problem now, because I'm coming Congo, the east part of Congo. We have even this evening, I contact my mom. She say, yeah, we hope that we see tomorrow. I say, yeah, that is my prayer for you. That I think that That's the problem that we Africans, also in diaspora, also many Congolese, many parts of Africa, it's not only in Congo, that we have daily problem, that peace, we need peace. I like the way we are building many projects, we're talking about many beautiful things, the future of Africa, but I don't believe that we have that future without peace in many parts of Africa.
Correct.
Because the time something touch Congo, it touch the rest of Africa.
Oh, yes.
But without peace in Africa, without peace in Cameroon, without peace in Nigeria, without peace in Ethiopia now, it's touching the whole Africa. And I realized that the time I meet my friends who speak English, they don't really understand what is going through, what we are French-speaking countries are going through. War. And that's my wish would be that we all Africa realize that the time the house of your neighbor is burning is your house also the next one. That's Africa want to see tomorrow where one house is burning, one part of Africa is having problem. All of us will meet together to make sure that that top, because it will touch us indirectly. It's our problem. I wish that we can have that mind, that heart to build that Africa together. I'm happy to see that we have that free trade of Africa, but without peace, I ask myself, how are we going forward? How can you cross from Uganda to go to Congo if you don't have peace on the road? How can you cross from Congo to go to Cameroon if you don't have peace? How can you come to Republic Central Africa without peace? We have all this. We have to solve that one. I hope that will be the first agenda in Africa for African Union to 2021. That we stop the guns. We have to stop it all in Africa, so that we, the youth of Africa, we can build the Africa that we want to see, and the Africa that we give back to our kids, our grandkids tomorrow. And that is really my big wish. I have many wishes, but that is short to say that I'm really happy that we are here as family. We can talk, we can share our ideas, and that's it. And happy New Year, and with your family. And I wish to come to speak to you next time.
Thank you so much, Fatou. Happy, safe year for you and also your household. Happy Africa. Peace is a precious gift. Without peace, there's no life. And we're saying happy new life. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That is true.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wait to see about Kwanzaa. Tomorrow we start with faith. I hope with faith that Africa tomorrow.
Yes.
We have peace, and we have a new story. We'll write a new story for Africa.
Oh yes. Yes. Happy Kwanzaa to you. Yes.
Yeah. Now, thank you very much, Sister Susan, and happy New Year to everybody. Kofi, Sylvia, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Fatou. Bye. We love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. That one, yes. That queen, she was just on point. Peace. Without peace, we can talk about free trade continental area. It's going to be only for those that are keeping peace in Congo. And we all know why the French-speaking countries are at war. And even the countries that are multi or having French-speaking partners like my country, Cameroon. Why? And why the sectors that are? It's because we've just been punished for our riches and our raw materials and our resources. You can imagine how malicious the world is. And one thing Sister Fatou said, she was talking about the African Union. We really wish, and it's our wish for 2021, that our fathers and our leaders would have to put up their thinking cap. Someone already said it. I don't know the kind of meditation and libations we're going to pour, what kind of prices we will have to pay to wake up our leaders from the sleep. We know that they're also doing incredible job. We cannot refuse it according to their resources and their means. But what we want to see in the Africa that we want is more relevant and more practical. We want peace. We want Africans to own Africa, their resources. We don't even need all those things that they're killing us about, the gold and the diamond. Africans don't need it. We don't even need it. So they dig in everything that we have and they're killing us on it, even when we don't need it. Yeah. So yes, we thank you so very much for your contribution. We are 4 minutes into the show. Hey, one person I really want to get to before we end this show is Masha Lawrence from the Dominica, who has been trying so hard to make a wish for 2021. So, Lawrence, happy New Year, Africa. Welcome. Hello.
Happy New Year to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
And to you, your staff, your workers, family, and all those listening, everyone.
Thank you.
On the continent and all over the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy New Year also to you out there in the Caribbean. And we hope to continue in the same spirit, right? You have a wish?
Well, yes. I wish that there will be more understanding, better understanding among us all. And those of us who are in the forefront, pioneering the work, need the support from these who are coming just around the corner, just behind. And at times we know that it takes a lot of work, effort. So we need to have the strength that we ourselves can push you on, especially you and Dr. Arikana and the others. So we pray that we can push you all on forward in strength and in prayers and in other ways. Okay?
Yes.
And even as the last thing I would like to say, I would like to wish that the African leaders would make use of the natural things. They make use of the natural like the oil and the gold, etc. To provide more jobs for the people, and in manufacturing and processing the agricultural produce and raw materials. Why? Because more source of income means less violence, less conflicts, and less unrest. That's very important on the continent. So that's my wish. Less of all this on the continent and more employment and more peace among us Africans.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. That is very critical right now. And we wish you also a happy Africa, New Year 2021. And we see us shortly, tomorrow on the show. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're coming up to the end of this year, and we from the Pan-African Daily TV have been so thankful and grateful for spending this whole year with you, all your support, all your feedback from those that share the flyers, from those that are commenting, from those that, subscribe and share the link to our shows and follow these conversations every day. We want to say happy New Year to your families and your household and your loved ones out there. We want to wish all our leaders on the continent a very happy and prosperous and peaceful year 2021. And we wish to see a better Africa for its children, where Africans own as stakeholders of the continent. We want to wish our leaders, Professor Pielo Lumumba, Dr. Arikana, Maponga Joshua, up to the Professor James Small, to Professor Bayina, to Reverend Matthias, to all our guests that have been here on the show with us. We wish you all a happy Africa 2021. And we're saying 2021 is just a step forward. Some of the countries, actually, as a matter of fact, are already into 2021. We're still dancing close to it in Europe, you in the Caribbean and on the continent as well. And as we step into this year, be aware of the fact that we just made it. If you made it through the COVID year 2020 into 2021, it is not just to relax and have fun. It is for a purpose. And the purpose has to be so powerful and meaning to us. It has to be the interest of the collectives. The interest of the collectives means we have to operate on one frequency as Black people, melanated people, African people, call us anything. We know who we are. So I want to thank all of you for your support. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And yes, Unfortunately, we didn't actually make it to have the 10,000 in 2022. We're just 9,707 something here on the Pan-African Daily TV. But on the other platforms, we are more than 500,000 following these conversations every day. It has been a wonderful year. We have learned a lot, just a lot of wisdom. Me sitting here every day, hosting all these awesome guests and scholars and inspirators, and whatever it has been, I have learned a lot about myself as well, about you, and about Africa. We have learned about the marginalized people, be it the poor, those so-called the poor, or the people that whose voices the world has always managed in one way or the other to put their neck put their foot on their neck. We all know it all. We have learned what it means to be united. We have learned the purpose of our existence as Black people. Without you, no me. That's the spirit and the philosophy of Ubuntu. And we are taking forward this new dynamic spirit into 2021. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow on the topic, What Next? Vision for Africa 2021. It has been a wonderful pleasure. Unfortunately, we could not get Al Farouk here, Wahab, and he just been texting and saying he was caught up in a blackout out there in Ghana, and so he couldn't connect. And some other guests that we ought to have had from South Africa are also saying that they had a black night. They're in without electricity, and even from Nigeria, they're also signing in to wish us all this good wishes. So we are saying goodbye 2020 to you all, to us all, and it's just a couple of hours, and we don't want to let anyone behind. We're gonna see ourselves welcome 2021. I send all my love from my family, my entire family, to all my community. I wish you all the best in life. And no matter what 2020 took out of you in whatever way, just let it go. Just let it go. Look forward to your goal. Be strong and stay focused on the Africa that we want. Believe in yourselves as Africans. Stay on point for Africa. Have faith on Africa. Trust yourself as Africans. And before you trust another one, trust yourself first. This is all my wishes from you and all the entire team from the Pan-African Daily TV, from my sons and the entire community, to you on the continent, Patricia Sarim, and all the entire team and staffs out here and on the Pan-African Daily chat box. I wish you all the best in health, in love, in unity, and the love for one another. All the best for you, 2021 Africa. I love you so, so much. And we would see ourselves again same time tomorrow to talk about the way forward and the visions 2021. Good night. God bless you as you celebrate. Please, as you celebrate, remember, not everyone is celebrating. So while we push forward 2021, we commit all our loved ones and our families that are not presently with us here, those that have transited, remember them in your celebrations. And happy, happy Africa 2021. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.